All aboard and welcome to our podcast, GoddeSShips. The topic for this evening is TD Jake's sermon. Did you really hear what he said? So, for those of you who are returning, thank you for your continued support and welcome back. And for those of you who are just joining us, welcome. Goddesses and guys, remember that we are also available wherever you listen to your podcasts, including Spotify and iHeartRadio. And you can always watch our beautiful and handsome faces here on YouTube. I am Keely, the Soul Snatching Goddess. In silence is Melinda, the Fat Goddess. She's on mute. She has some background noise, but she will be chiming in here and there as she can. But she did want to join us this evening for this discussion.
Hello, world. I'm Floyd God.
All right. So I know most of us have seen this clip that's going around social media of Bishop T.D. Jakes did a sermon. The clip and the caption that you see is, "We are raising women to be men." The bigger caption says, "Stop bragging about how much you don't need me and wonder why I shy away." Then it plays the clip of T.D. Jakes saying that in a contemporary society, you are applauded by how rough, tough, nasty, mean, aggressive, hateful, possessive, and tough you are. So, in doing this, I went and watched, and I don't know if a lot of people know about Queen and Cocktails. It's like Lisa Ray, Selena Johnson, um, Vivica Fox, and Claudia Jordan. Have you ever seen that, Floyd? No.
Mm-hmm.
So they are on Fox Soul. Fox has a specific channel deemed to like Black content and creators that come on and discuss stuff. And so they were discussing the clip, and Lisa Ray was asked about how she felt about the clip. She said being strong is one thing and aggressive is another. And then she referred to the angry Black female scenario. She says that she does not want to be looked at as so independent that she doesn't want a significant other, nor that she doesn't want to give reins of her household over, but she's only in that role now because she has to be, because she's single. She wants a gentleman, a king, and a scholar to come in and take over. She said, but also when you have things, you don't have to brag about your bag. Selena Johnson said that there was a time that women were dependent on men to provide the house, clothes, bank accounts, and etc., and that women couldn't have those things independently on their own. But in women becoming more independent, for some reason, men stepped out of their roles as providers and leaders. She also mentioned that then women had to begin to do both roles, and that men want women with stuff. And this whole conversation of bringing things to the table that we've talked about a lot of times. But then they're mad when the woman has more than them. She said women want a man to take over and take charge, but not take over and treat them like a dog, but to take over and allow her to rest and be secure and safe. She also mentioned that she felt like the sermon should have been geared towards men stepping up into their roles and taking their positions in a better, safe, and secure way. One of the commenters also said that she's tired of being told that she's strong and that she's fine. She says she is vulnerable, sad, and wants to be held. It also mentioned about when we get compared to docile white women, or that you get a man that comes in like he's strong and then gets intimidated because the woman is also strong, and that women have become an unnatural entity that we weren't meant to be. What you feel about that?
I mean, that was a whole lot.
It's a whole lot.
I mean, again, I think we touched on this many times in like weeks past. I I really can't. I can only speak for me, like, and I mean like real brothers that I know. Um, when you secure yourself as a man, and when you have some, well, matter of fact, before I even go there, is it a specific part of it you want me to touch on? Because that was a whole lot of shit.
I mean, if you want me to go back and pull a piece, we
Yeah,
can
because
and break
that
it
was
apart.
a whole lot. Yeah,
It is. And then it's going to be a whole lot more after that
right.
in a
So
second.
yeah, so let's go segments.
So which part do you want me to go back to?
Whatever
Selena
one you
or
choose.
to Lisa Ray?
Whichever one you choose. Whichever one
So
you choose.
we can start with Lisa Ray when she
Mhm.
talked about being strong is one thing and aggressive is another, and how Black women have been given the angry Black woman title, but that she doesn't want to be so dependent that she's looked at as not wanting a significant other, but she does want a man to come in and take over. But she's doing that because she has to right now because she's single.
So basically, okay, well, I mean, you single, you got to do what you got to do regardless. So it kind of go without saying. When you find a significant other, then, you know, again, like a week or so ago, I said we got to really start reevaluating what relationships are, so that we don't fall into these traps and situations and these mindsets. Because it seems like in our society today, there's this whole the women got to be men type of deal. And it could be because there's a larger majority of, which of course there are more women than more men because women make men. But because there's a large majority of women, and there's a small percentage of, and I'm using this word loosely, viable men, right? And so, you know, there are a lot of women out here who have to take care of their business. It's like it's a lot of men out here got to take care of their business. So me personally, I don't really get into the whole angry Black woman thing, and like I don't really see that. I see a lot of women who are reacting to the cards they've been dealt. And because there's such a small percentage of people that they can really get with that are, for lack of a better word, equally yoked. My God. I fucking hate that phrase. But, you know, I just think that's why, you know, things are the way they are. Run that back what she said again, because it was something I heard I wanted to touch on. She was saying, okay. Oh, yeah, fat God is just.
Yeah, she said, I definitely think that women take on leadership, in quotations, man roles based on their circumstances. It does not apply to all Black women.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's just like his brothers out here who, you know, are single parents. You know, just like his women out here who are single parents. So, I mean, it go both ways, you know. I think it's really just about the content of your character. Like, who you are, what you allow this society and these experiences to mold you to be, right? Like you could be the angry Black woman, you could be the angry Black man, or you could just be cognizant of what's going on out here. And okay, let me move the way I move. And if I run into somebody that's like me, or you know, that I feel like we equal, we can work something out and build something, then that's what we're gonna do. But in the meantime, you know, I think a lot of us have been so scarred by the fact we got brothers locked up, we got brothers playing for other teams, right? Sneaking and playing for other motherfucking teams, fucking up the pussy pool, whatever you want to call it. You know, we got brothers out here that's, you know, abusing women in multiple ways. And I think a lot of sisters fall victim to that because there's a large majority of these women who fall victim to that. And so it's like a survival tactic. It's like or women who see this happen. And so these are the reactions to these experiences. You know, it's the world we live in. So some women end up becoming hard. It's just like a woman who's been physically or mentally abused. Yeah. You know, she may become hard. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Because she's trying to protect herself.
Right. And then not only that, just physical and mental abuse, period, can make you hard. So when someone good comes along, you may have your wall built up. They can't crack their wall. It's kind of like I seen I do little memes and stuff. And it was like the man was hugging the woman and she was like, you don't know all the struggle I've been through and all my pain. But he had like 50 knives and swords in his back, and he didn't say a word. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we all go through it. It's just how we deal with it. But I think, again, we've been so scarred by the way the world is. This is what has happened. You know, we have women who act the way, who are hard. We have brothers who are untrusting. You know what I'm saying? And it's you know, it's kind of it's effed up. What I would try to come.
So Fat Goddess said, however, I do not believe that women who say they don't need a man really mean it. It is innate for heterosexual women to connect with a man. So my thing, I feel like Lisa Ray is saying, and she's the person who mentioned about getting a man that comes in as if he's the strong person. And then because she's also strong, he gets intimidated. But she the whole time mentioned about being the person that is okay with a king, a scholar, or this to come in and take over their household reign. So at some point you got to fall back if you're going to allow that. Hi, Alicia Petaway. She said, hello, love.
Hello. Not, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Keith.
So I feel like you once you do have that person that comes in, if he is that, he's supposed to lead and you allow him to lead, you don't have to be strong anymore. So you saying that I'm still strong and he's intimidated because I'm strong, if he was really that, you don't have to be that. You fall back into your femininity and let him do what he do.
But the problem is that, so let's touch on that, right? So the problem is that, and we actually, I feel like I touched on this.
Yeah, we've talked about this a little. We have touched
it. And I'm speaking from the male perspective. You got sisters out here who confuse, who don't know, who don't know how to balance submission and independence, or they get it confused. You know, you got these independent sisters out here who get a real man, and they don't know how to deal with a real man. Because one, they've never had a real man. No one taught them how to deal with a real man. They've never had any examples of a real man. So they don't. So in their mind, they try to emasculate or disrespect the man. They don't. You understand? It not in all instances. On the other side, there are brothers who've never experienced an empowered woman, or what an independent woman really looks like. Now I'm speaking on the level of ain't no BS involved. These are genuine folks. Okay?
Exactly. Yeah.
So there are brothers who don't know how to do that. So you have to be, and I'm speaking for brothers, as a man, you have to be strong within yourself. Like for me, I don't have an issue if I date a woman that makes more money than me, or as a, like, I'm not intimidated by what a woman has or who she is. Because in my mind, if we chose each other, what the fuck am I intimidated for? You understand what I'm saying? Like, we
build them together.
I have the utmost confidence within myself. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Fat Goddess said, hey, love. Hey. But the definition of a real man is debatable.
No, it's not, because if the definition of a real man is debatable, then the definition of a real woman is debatable. Real men and real women follow universal laws, universal behaviors. It is not debatable. Real men take care of take care of themselves and take care of their loved ones. They understand the woman that they with. They know how to listen. They know how to protect and provide. They know how to be fair and just. That's what a real man does. A real woman is nurturing, fair, understanding, and just in the same way. There are certain universal behaviors that can't be debated or compromised. That's just it. So that's why I said we have to, again, reevaluate what relationships are, who we are as individuals coming to a relationship, and if we are ready for that. It's just like when men and women break up out of relationships, you need to take time to heal yourself before you get with somebody else. If you get into a relationship, you need to have yourself together before you bring somebody else into your life. Like, that's just what it is. And then you won't be intimidated by this person, this woman, or woman won't be intimidated by this man. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that concept is crazy to me. Like, how can you be intimidated by somebody that cares about you and you care about them? Like, That's fucking crazy to me. But anyway, I digress.
I understand. So now, in reference to what Selena said, she prompted me to do a little bit more research. Mm-hmm. And oh, wait a minute, let me get that. She said it is debatable. Some people don't follow universal rules. That is always a matter of opinion.
And again, that is why I said people have to understand and learn themselves before they take upon any person in relationships. You have to, what's the common phrase? Know thyself, right? Yeah. You got to have knowledge of yourself, right? No matter what your agenda is, you got to have knowledge of self before you can do anything, before you can move with anybody in any relationship situation. You got to have knowledge of self. So part of you having knowledge of self, learning yourself, being the best person that you are, is learning those universal rules and universal behaviors. And if you ain't got that, you need to sit your ass down till you learn that and not incorporate nobody in your life.
He said, "I'm bringing me your mess."
That's what it is. And I want to say shout out to Selena Johnson. Shout out, love you.
So, like I said, she caused me to do a little bit more research with her statement that said maybe the sermon should have been geared towards men stepping back into their roles and taking their position in a better, safe, and secure way. So what I did, I went and looked up where this snippet came from.
Yeah, brother.
So now we finna flip the script a little bit.
Right. TV.
So in an effort to educate and show y'all how social media will take a clip and without proper context, you can have a whole debate about an issue that ain't the actual issue.
Right on, right.
So on June the 19th, Bishop T.D. Jakes preached a 57-minute long sermon that social media condensed into a 15 to 20-second clip about us raising women to be men that was entitled "Real Men Pour In" for Father's Day. It wasn't even for us. It was about fathers. And it was about real men pouring in. And the description says that there are men who generously pour into their children, knowing the pain and sacrifice of being a father, and those who couldn't pour in because they weren't poured into themselves. It ain't even had nothing to do with that little piece of clip that they took out. So people are debating something that didn't have nothing to do with that. Right. Fat Goddess said, again, that's a matter of opinion. Does Floyd God determine what's universal rules?
Oh my God. Comprehension is really, it's tough out here. I'm not about to be debating you. I was very clear on what I said. I said there are universal behaviors and there are universal rules. Everyone knows there is universal laws and universal behaviors. I did not determine that. That's been going on long before I existed, you existed, or anybody else existed since the beginning of time. So I'm not determining anything. I'm only speaking what's been going on since we even existed and relationships even started. This is universal behavior. This is how you're supposed to be. This ain't nothing I made up. I ain't debating it. I'm just talking about facts. Fact Goddess.
Oh, whoop. So I want to go back to right before the statement that was pulled of what he was talking about in the sermon. So he discussed, she said, still your opinion.
All right, then. Right on. Keep on. I'm not about to indulge that BS. I'm not about to indulge it. Carry on. I ain't about to indulge that. I said what I said.
Said what he said. So right before that, he spoke about God and how that he would give you things that you didn't ask for. He mentioned John 15:9, which from the King James Version that states, as the Father hath loved me, so have I loved you. Continue ye in my love. And he spoke about love and how people make it conditional. He proceeded to speak about some people the only idea or description of a father comes from the word. And he said that there are women who do not know how to deal with a husband because they didn't have a daddy. And that there are men that cannot be fathers because they were not fathered. He then spoke about men being both physically and emotionally meant to pour into their households. And that when men began receiving from a woman, even back in biblical times, that it broke the divine order.
Mm-hmm.
He gave the example of a man's self-esteem being compromised if he has to ask his wife for lunch money. He said that a man is meant to pour in and not take out.
Mm-hmm.
He also advised women to be careful about pouring too much into men because it is their job as men to pour into the woman. And the woman is designed to take what the man pours into her, increase it, and make it better. He also said that the premise goes against all sociological orders of today because we are raising women to be men. So that's where the statement then came in.
Mm-hmm.
And the full statement is you are not applauded for your femininity. You are applauded in this contemporary society on how to be rough, tough, nasty, mean, aggressive, hateful, possessive, and tough. You are climbing the corporate ladder, but we are losing our families. And that a woman has to create a need for a man to pour into so that he has a place in her life. And to stop bragging about how much you have and don't need him, and then wonder why men shy away.
Mm-hmm.
But then he mentions that this is born out of pain because men have hurt women, betrayed, lied to, and cheated on them. And that pain is how they cope with the disorder. So instead, insist on better out of men rather than replacing them. So that was the full statement.
Did you hear? Did you hear all those universal laws and speaking on universal behaviors all up in that statement? Well, I say this. I listened to what you read, what he said,
mm-hmm.
and look, still trying to keep going into this crazy shit. I ain't about to debate you, man. Anyway, go ahead. Go on, let it ride for I even say what I got to say.
Okay. It says, what one person determines to be universal rules may not be the same as another. You have to consider all vantage points. Thus, the reason for this topic. Everyone looked at one snippet of TD.
When the statement of universal rules came up, which is what I just said, we were talking about behavior. Am I correct, Keely?
Oh, I'm sorry. She said one snippet of TD Jakes and started judging.
When I started talking about universal behavior and universal laws, we're not talking about in regards to relationships and how we're supposed to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't even mentioning TD Jakes no more. So I'm going to go ahead on. Right. So I'm going to go ahead and step away from that. Anyway, now I agree with a lot of what he said in them statements, right? But this is just my opinion. I feel like if you're in a relationship, you pour into each other. Like a few weeks ago, I talked about attributes. Like instead of saying that you have weak points and strong points, we just have different attributes. Some have strong attributes. You're strong in certain attributes
than others.
Right, than others. So with a woman is by nature, she's nurturing. You like basically speak, she's nurturing.
Yeah.
A man is a protective provider. So when he was making a statement about the man pours in, exactly. But the woman pours in as well. Because the man and the woman create balance together. They balance each other out.
Well, he did mention balance, but he said that balance is that the man is made to pour in, the woman is made to receive, take it, increase
it. Right. And did he mention putting it back into the system? Or?
Well, he didn't necessarily say put it back into the system, but it's made for her to increase it and give it back and make it bigger.
Okay, I got you. Okay, I got you. So basically, to pour it back in. So it's like a cyclical effect.
Exactly. Okay, and that's the balance.
So then we agree.
Yeah. So at least he said, I feel like sometimes women act that way out of survival. I truly desire to be submissive to a man who is a real leader ordained by God. I am a nurturer by nature, and I have to check myself a lot.
Now, let me be clear, because I've said this on several shows. When I talk about how our sisters confuse independence and submission, I always talk about, in order for a woman to submit to a man, after I explain what I think submission is, you have to be just, fair, right? You have to have these certain attributes, because in order for her to submit to you, she has to trust that everything you do, everything you say is in the best interest of you all and each other individually, right? So that is what you can only submit under those terms, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's very important. I think the problem is, again, when we talk about submission and independence, is that we live in a society where it's been overly saturated by various things, which has changed the mindset of people. And this causes the abuses, the cheating, the disrespect, the poor decision making that might lead you to losing your freedom or whatever the else case may be, which leads to a small number of viable options. And it's kind of like when we talk about the Willie Lynch speech, and it says that he destroyed the man in front of the woman and the son, so that upon seeing the man being destroyed, her instinct was to protect the son, but at the same time she was left vulnerable to be attacked by the oppressor, right?
Yeah.
So what does that do to her? That makes her a hardened woman. She loses who she is as a woman. She loses her femininity because she has to assume another role. I totally understand that, right? So again, we have to change, and I might be all over the place if I am, just tell me. We have to change our behavior, reevaluate what relationships are, but it starts with ourselves. So when you got sisters like Selena Johnson and Lisa Ray saying, look, because of what I've been through, this is how I am. Because of the world I live in, this is how I'm labeled. That means we got to get our shit together on both sides. It starts with self. Know thyself. Going back to what I just said 5 minutes ago.
I think when you mentioned about the abuses that come or that happen sometimes when a person allows or is submissive without those constructs already in place, I think that's what Selena was talking about when she said that we want somebody to come in and take over, but not take over and treat us like a dog.
Exactly.
And so that's where she was getting with that, I feel anyway.
Yeah, but
and then I mean, it's just a whole thing of, it's a lot of people who have been submissive to the wrong person.
Yeah, true.
And they get hurt by that as well. And then they become this hard person. And sometimes it's really hard to revert back into your femininity. Because I know it takes a while, especially if that's all that you've been used to doing is, I got to do this. I've been doing and you got to switch to we and us. We and us don't always, you get real used to I've always done this and this is the way and then when it becomes a we and a us, it's like, I don't know how to talk about that. What you mean?
Can I share a story since we're talking about this?
Sure. At least it's in trauma
responses. Yes, trauma responses for real. Let me share this right quick. I don't use no names because I always protect the innocent. I know a person, right, who was raised a certain way, right? A certain household, the spirituality, all of that. And they were taught to be submissive to their mate, right? Now, and I might be wording this wrong, so forgive me, audience, if I'm saying it the wrong way. As a woman, she longed to have a family, to have a husband, to have children. What most people really desire. You want a family. Sometimes the desire for you to have that may lead you to the wrong person. It's kind of like what we talked about before. We talked about it was a thing on social media where the guy was like, some women just decide to be side chicks because it's only 15 out of 100 decent men, but it's 130 women. You know what I'm saying? So you would take 3 out of 5 good qualities and just settle for the bit. So This particular person, good woman, right? Found a man. This man recognized that she was a submissive person. He saw her vulnerability and he took advantage of it. They got married, right? They had a family. Over time, he mentally and physically abused this woman. She, being the woman that she is, submissive woman, she leaned on her faith and tried to hang in there. Now, I'm not going to go into no more details. I'm just going to fast forward and say, at some point, this relationship ended. She met somebody else. Now, the person she met, he was rough around the edges a little bit. You know, a street person, right? But he was raised right. They grew with each other, but this woman could never, like, she could never fully be all in. Because if this new person did something that even seemed like something from their past, they were triggered.
Yeah.
And it caused problems and things began to get toxic. And so after that relationship kind of ended, that's when this person started to kind of come around, understand, start dealing with themselves. The reason I told that story is because that's what's going on with a lot of our sisters today. You know, hell, sometimes with some of our brothers too. Shit, brothers be fucking up. So I'm gonna leave it right there.
Yeah, I mean, in that respect, it's still, when we go back to talking about healing, and if you're not fully healed, when you do meet that person that is right, you don't trust that they right, because I was trusting this other person and they wasn't right. So now I'm doubting the trust that I got in you, because I was trusting him and he did this, and then it went left. And so you're doing this, but you might go left. So I'm gonna give it to you, but I ain't gonna give it all the way to you. I'm gonna hold on to the tip of this card. You can have it, but you can't fully put it in your pocket and your wallet and put it in the back, because I need to hold it.
That's what I was just saying that too. Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, she said trauma response is real.
Yes, it is. And I was telling that story to kind of touch on the whole submissive conversation. Like, you know how the elders will say to you, well, elders have said to me, don't bring your baggage into a new situation, right? Which means you need to heal, get over whatever you need to get over. Like, every situation is supposed to be new. I was always taught you start from 100 and let people work their way to 0, right? You have to give everybody a fair shake. I can understand how that can be hard, especially for women who are more, I don't want to use a general statement, but maybe more emotional, more take things more, maybe compartmentalize more because of who they are. So that's kind of hard, right? If you're trying to find the right person, but you've been abused, like, that seems like that's hard to do.
It is, but then you also have to realize that males have that same type of hurt. And sometimes y'all compartmentalization of hurt is locked with 3 padlocks, 4 chains.
This is true.
It's down in the river. Somebody got to deep dive and pull it back up. Then got to use a saw and try to. It's a lot on both sides.
I can speak as a man. I have had my heart broke before, right? And I went through a very dark period. But because I'm reclusive already, that helped me anyway. So, like, I didn't really, but I went through my little phase. I was doing some bullshit too, you know. But I went through that, and I actually, and this is gonna sound crazy, I'm probably telling too much of my damn business. I met somebody who was patient enough, which, and I don't even think it was fair to them. This is just me talking. Was patient enough at that time I was already halfway out the darkness, and they kind of helped pull me out. So this goes back to when we talk about pouring in, when he was talking about pouring in. This particular woman at that time poured in enough to me, enough in me for me to be like, you know what, I can't keep holding on. Because I wasn't really holding on, but I was dealing with the the repercussions of it, like the aftermath of it. You know what I'm saying? Like the distrust and the wall was up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that particular person, that was a special person because they brought me out of that, which in turn was ended up great. I fucked it up later on. It don't matter. But I'm just saying.
Well, I've always mentioned about my husband that passed, and how with my kid's daddy, who shall remain nameless, how a lot of stuff that I went through with him, once I got with my husband, I was very grateful that he was patient, because my whole everything had changed in terms of how I dealt with people in relationship because of him. Like, I wasn't no arguer and yelling and screaming, but I turned into that being with him.
Okay, I get right. Okay.
And then when I got into the new relationship, he wasn't that either. So he was like, I don't do that. That's not how we're going to communicate with each other. We're going to talk about stuff. We're not going to go to sleep mad. We're not going to do the rah, rah, rah. And because I was so used to that over here, that adjustment period was like, dude, he like, nope. And he was so patient. He was like, you can do it. Go ahead. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna bring you back down. I'm gonna pull you back over here. And over time, I realized I ain't even used to do none of this stuff. I'd have let a whole person change me and then took that new me and bullshit me into a whole new relationship.
Well, kudos to him, because again, you got to be a special person.
Very.
To have that pace. Because them adjustment periods can sometimes take years.
Yeah.
Trust me, I know.
Yeah.
Because I was with somebody and their adjustment period took so long. I was like, man, I can't. God damn.
Listen, it was that. It was the distrust. Like you said about, if it's an inkling of I see, then I'll all of that. Very patient. Let me work through all that shit.
Special people.
People. Yeah, he was.
So let me ask this question. So what are some solutions? Would you say a solution would be, how can I word this? For people who have been abused, they need to take time to heal. Like, oh God, I got so much stuff running through my head. Like, everyone longs to have someone in their life. But if you're going through a transition period where you're trying to heal from abuse, or you're just trying to heal in general, or even with the things Selena Johnson and Lisa Ray were saying, they're still going through a healing process. So, but you're longing for companionship. You know what I'm saying? Where is that fine line? And I think some people trip that line. That's why they end up settling, because they want this so bad. Like, where do we find that line? You know, because sometimes waiting be a long time.
Oh, a long, long time. Let me do this before I answer that. Jackie said sometimes it's hard to be vulnerable for both men and women. Extremely hard.
Harder than Chinese arithmetic.
And Alicia said it starts with self-reflection. You have to admit there are issues to begin healing.
True. But the thing is, when you know you have the issue, right? You're healing. But that human nature in you longs to have someone. So it's that fine line where you become impatient.
And then you start saying, well, I could just chill out with this person for a little while because they're going to give me that what I'm feeling like I need, but I know they ain't it. But I'm going to do it anyway because I just need that right there, that feel and that niceness that they giving me, but they ain't giving me
pouring into. That pouring into.
But it ain't fulfilling though.
Yeah, it's only half full.
Yeah, it's a little empty.
Yeah.
But I'm a believer in people are put in your life for reasons, seasons, and just in lifetimes.
Yeah, I believe.
And like that person was a reason for you, and also a season, because they helped to pull you out of that rest of that way.
Because I've been the seasonal nigga many times. I've been the seasonal.
now you went on and messed it all up, so the season was over with.
Yeah.
It switched from summer to winter real quick, but
Yeah, real quick.
She said it's not fulfilling. That's right.
At all. I should have been a seasonal brother.
Exactly. So, that can be somebody's help in healing, but you got to start first. Like you got to take some time and be by yourself, regardless. Sometimes that's a hard pill to swallow. That being by yourself, because it can get lonely. You might have to cry it out, get it out, let it out, scream into a pillow, whatever. Go out in the rain and cry so nobody see that you crying. Whatever you need to do, but you have to start in that being comfortable with being with you first.
Mm-hmm. That's what a lot of them drive-bys occur from, though, for brothers. You had them drive-bys and one-nighters and hitter-quitters because you be trying to cope. I'm so serious. Though. Women do it too. Like, you just need that
for the moment.
For that moment. But at the same time, you contributing to the same thing you trying to heal from.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I was asking, like, where is that line? Like, but I guess it just take a lot of discipline. I don't know. And I guess if you're a religious person, faith, I don't know. I ain't never really been.
Yeah, I mean, it just takes you, like she said, realizing that it's an issue, but you got to start. And the start is not, because you know how some people say the best way to get over one is to get under a new one, and that ain't it, honestly.
Yeah, I've heard
that
many times.
You gotta say, I need self-reflection, time by myself to start on me again. Because sometimes that hurt has, like I said, for me, changed the person that you are. And you gotta get back to you.
Yeah.
So you go into the new, it's the you and not that old that you bringing over here.
That's why people be falling into religion when they be single and stuff. I guess the religion, seriously, I think the religion helps them to deal with that time alone. Because you know how people be like, well, Jesus is my husband. They like, for real, like, I'm keeping it real. But like people who get deep into the church, them single ladies I think that helps them cope.
It can to an extent. Like that. And the belief that my person
is gonna come.
I just have to be patient.
Right. We should.
And I can't rush it.
Right. Because we
should. As much as I want to rush it, Jesus.
Yeah.
Is this the one? No. But
you know what's funny? Let me ask this. Think about your best relationships that you've had, even if they didn't last, but like think about the best relationships you've had in your life. How many of those relationships did you seek the person out, and how many were ones that they sought you out? Like when I think about all my best relationships, they were people who found me, so to speak. Like people I sought out, it never ended well. It might have had good times, but it didn't end well. The relationships that I had that I drew things from, that made me a better person, or I learned from, were people who found me, so to speak. Right? So what would you say? Would you say the same thing?
I would most definitely say the same.
So I guess it's true.
Stephanie said it's people who found her.
Yeah,
because and that's even like in terms of when you're saying that you want that person, or you're waiting for that person. When you stop looking, that's when you find.
That's true.
Or because they found you. Because you're no longer looking, and you may be looking for the wrong thing, but whatever is supposed to find you is going to come to you. It's going to be attracted to you. You can't search for it and go through
it's not going to leave you. It's not going to leave you.
She said, for me, I try to have discernment and make decisions that for the good as a whole and not for the moment.
I feel that. Yeah. Makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Now, going back to my husband, me and him dated really briefly while I was trying to figure out breaking up with their daddy. Like I had broke up with him, I dated him, and then I was like, ooh, for my kids. And we've been talking, and I want to give him another chance. And so I'm gonna stop talking to you for right now. And he was like, okay, do what you got to do. Just let me know. So I went back over there. It still didn't work. I had lost contact with him. I ain't go looking for him. one of his friends saw me on Facebook and said he been looking for you. I was like, no, he ain't. Because if he was looking for me the same way you saw me, he could have seen me. He was like, I'm gonna give him your phone number. And after we talked again, that was it.
Mm-hmm.
But he really said, he was like, I have been looking for you. I was like, no, you ain't, whatever. And he was like, I did, I was.
And that was your husband.
That was my husband. But the funny part is we knew each other when we were younger. And I was the person that had the car and was taking everybody to the club and dropping everybody off at home of the friends because I was the only one with a car. So he told me that he used to try to get me to take him home last so he could be in the car with me. And I never did it. The whole entire time we knew each other, I never would take him home last. Because I was like, I was about my gas and what was efficient for the drop off. I wasn't paying no attention to you. Plus, I thought he liked my friend. So it was never on my mind. But I also told him, I said, but that was perfect because the person that I was back then, you would not have liked me. I was a dog. Like, like hit them, quit them, had a team, rotation, fuck by nigga at all. That was me. And I was like, I would have abused the nicety and the nice person that you were, so you would have hated me. And you would have been like, look, that it. I don't want to tell her who, don't say her name around me. That would have been me for you. And I was like, it worked out perfect that God was putting on blockers for me because I didn't trash you and make you into a person that didn't like me until I was ready for you.
Yeah, you definitely meet your person at the right time because I probably would have dogged many people, if they'd have met me at a certain time in my life.
Oh, yeah. Stephanie said she stopped looking and was just being patient.
I feel that.
I'm in the wrong state, LOL. I don't know where he is, but it's definitely not where I am.
That's funny.
Now, what I will tell you that I don't understand, and me and Jesus is having to have a whole talk, is these married men that keep approaching me. I don't solicit for them. I don't come for them. I don't look at them, but they be at me for some damn reason.
I have a real issue with married people stepping out. Like I have a real
and then they want me to be okay with it.
Yeah, but we in the poly age now. You got 3 wives, 4 husbands now. It's poly. Poly.
Alicia said, I completely agree, Stephanie. You in the wrong state.
Y'all in the wrong state.
Well, long distance happens and then you move or they move.
Have I ever been in a long distance relationship?
Have you?
Yeah,
a little something, huh?
Yeah, I did before. Yeah. I mean, but these days, I don't know what that is about the married thing.
The married thing. I don't get it. Like, and it's like aggressive. I'm like, can a single dude be aggressive on trying to court me like this? Like these married niggas do? Because I don't want that. You already got a woman.
My thing is though, if you, and again, I'm a spiritual person, but if you stand before your creator and you do all this talking in front of, like, fuck the priest, right? Fuck him. You talking in front of God. Like, look, I love this person, better for worse. And then you go like, what's up, baby? Like, for me, it's like, why did you get married, man? Like, come on. Like, don't do it. Just
and then to give a whole, I ain't happy. I ain't been happy for a long time. So then why you still there?
Why you
that means y'all both miserable.
That means you've been manipulative. That's how I look at that. So.
Stephanie says she does not do long distance. LOL is not fun. Shabril said, I agree with Stephanie and Alicia. I need to relocate.
Y'all got to work it out. Look here. Long distance work depending on if you work it. Yeah, for real.
Because that could build the longing of not seeing each other, and then
because I don't want to be around nobody every day.
Boom.
Let me be able to miss you.
Stephanie said, man.
Man, look, I'm trying to tell you. Look, I'm trying to tell you. Listen, I don't know how I'm like. That's why I said a long time ago. I know whoever I marry, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be a great husband because that means if I said I want to spend the rest of my life with this person, that means I done went through my whole thing. Cause I don't be want to be around nobody in motherfucking day. Give me a chance to miss you, motherfucker. I want to miss you. Let me miss you. Let me miss you. Let me miss you.
Alicia said, my damn job is too damn demanding. Really, Floyd?
I just need to miss you. I got to miss you. Because if I see you every day, I'll be like, God damn, I just get the
well, see, that's the thing. When it's your person, that time while they even at work or gone somewhere, you do miss them. That's the missing time.
And that's why I say, whoever the person is that I marry, I know I'm gonna be the great husband because I'm gonna be wanting to be around them and all that. Yeah. Right now, I can't see it.
She said, "Laugh my ass off this, Floyd. Floyd, that is petty."
I'm just saying. I be seeing people. Okay, I ain't gonna say no names, right? But there's people that's close to me in my life, and they be together all the time, and I be like, hell no.
Well, that's the thing. You can't be together all the time.
I know, but
you gotta have some breathing room
all the time.
I can't do that.
It's sickening.
She said, I haven't met my person yet, then I don't want to be around any of these ninjas here in Vegas.
Hey, Stephanie, the problem is, right, you in Vegas. So these ninjas be getting so hot, they got to bounce to the next chick with the good AC. So if you're free on low, the brother got to go. You understand? So Vegas really ain't where you want to find your person. You want to go to places, you want to come, you need to get out of Vegas. I'm just
she said she need to relocate.
Right, it's too hot for people to stay together in Vegas. That's why Vegas called Sin City. It's too hot for that shit. Ain't nobody trying to stick together. It's too hot. It's too hot for this.
But she said, where should she go then?
You know what?
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't say you don't know. Alicia says she thinks some people don't feel like that they can have their own identities in relationships. Well, then you ain't supposed to be in that relationship. That's not the relationship for you.
Listen, let me answer this question for my dear friend from my youth. I don't know where you should go. Both of us left Chicago, so we know that ain't it. And in Georgia, got the Houston. No, ain't no Houston.
Look, Shabri said ATL. No, not ATL.
No, let me tell you something about ATL. Dig this here. No, ain't no Kentucky either. Y'all bullshit. Ain't no Kentucky. Houston, hell no Houston. New Orleans, you want You don't want to do it. You don't want to do it. You just listed all the wrong shit. You don't want to go to Houston, trust me. You don't want to come to Atlanta because it's not enough. It's a lot of women in Atlanta, right? And so these brothers here, they be like, well, shoot, they can, bounce around. A lot of brothers feel like they can bounce around because it's, you know what I'm saying, there's so many women. Mm-hmm. But these women down here a little aggressive. They be like,
they're aggressive because they're like, if they see one that they think is good, trying to seek, they like, I can't let this one pass me by because it ain't no more options out here.
I ain't gonna lie to you. It's some aggressive women in Georgia.
Oh, very aggressive.
If I'm saying somebody aggressive, they aggressive.
She said, where, Flo? Jackie said, for me, we both have to have some different interests, but still have that lover and friend vibe.
See, talk to him, Jackie. Look, this is all I'm saying. In relationship, if I'm in a relationship, right, I don't care, like, you want to go out with your girlfriend?
Yeah, bye. And right. I want you to go out with your dudes. Please get up out of here.
All I want you to do is let me know where you at. Not for control, just so if something happens and I got to come get you, I know where to come. If I got to go fuck something up, I know where to go. Right? Yeah. That's all. I don't care. Go with your girls. Y'all do your little girl trip.
Yeah.
Bring me a t-shirt and take some pictures and tell me how it was. Maybe we'll go sometime. Right? I don't care. We ain't got to text all day. I ain't with all that goddamn texting all damn day shit. I ain't with that. I'm not.
Then you're not enjoying yourself.
Yeah, and I'm not with me. You might in general. In general, like I'm not a big phone person, and I know a lot of people like to be on the phone and stuff. I don't like all that shit. I'm an in-person type of guy. I don't want to be sitting at FaceTime.
Alicia said she agrees with Jackie. Stephanie agrees with Jackie. And Fat Gotta said, agreed, Floyd, you have to consider the pool from which they have to choose.
But but you must make sure the pool has not been tainted.
Oh, the pool is trash right now.
And if you come to Atlanta, the pool
is trash.
Has been painted.
Pool is trash.
These V8 brothers, I call them V8 brothers. Y'all remember the V8 commercial where the people be sideways and they drink the V8? Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's sideways. And then they be messing around instead of messing up that pool. So you can't come to Atlanta now. Now, it's surrounding towns,
Let's see, Stephanie said, agreed, Floyd, I'd rather talk to you in person.
I do better in person.
Said, you have gay men, you have married men who want a side chick, you have men on the down low, you have players.
V8, that's the V8 people I'm talking about. The brothers on the down low be sideways, V8s.
Jesus.
Won't straighten up.
Chef Bruce said, Floyd, you don't want to be around them all the time?
Look, we had a conversation on the show one time. This is when Melinda was talking about if she want to be downstairs with the man during the football game. Take your ass upstairs. Remember that we was talking about that?
Yes, please. Jesus.
You got to be able to miss. You got to be able to miss the person that you're with. You got to have a life.
Alicia said, laugh my ass off, not trash. And Stephanie said, Pooh got COVID and monkeypox.
COVID, chickenpox, monkeypox, measles,
mumps, rubella.
Everything. Rubella, Coachella, Lollapalooza, stuff in your root, all that.
Chef Bruce said, you don't like do all that texting and phone person, but spend time in person.
I would rather spend time with somebody in person. Like I just don't. This is my idea on some bullshit. I already see it in the comments. I already see the bullshit.
Alicia said, now wait, I'm a diehard football fan.
That's
not the pool's been peed in at this point.
The pool has been kellied.
I'm watching the game with you, Flatty.
Bullshit.
Bro, take your ass upstairs.
Now, to Alicia's point, that's fine. If you like football and you know how to watch football with your significant other and you understand the game and all of that, that's fine. But what the fat guy is talking about is she don't know shit about the game. She don't know nothing. She just want to sit there with you and fuck with you. Hey, baby, want to rub on the motherfucker? That's what she talking about she want to do with her significant other. And don't no brother got time for take your ass upstairs.
She said she'll be downstairs in that man cave. No, ma'am. You're going to get locked out.
All brothers do not do man caves. Some brothers have studies.
She said still downstairs.
Upstairs. You need to take your ass.
Or just go on outside. If you can't go upstairs,
there you
go on outside.
Go get your nails done and some shit.
Chambers said Floyd is too picky.
I scoff at that remark. I am not. See, here's the thing. Let me make something clear to everybody, right? Just let me say. I'm 46 years old, okay? In my younger years, I did a lot of what you may call less than ideal stuff. Like I was out here. I was for the streets. Matter of fact, I was the foundation. I was the what they call that shit? What they call it? What start with an I? God damn it. What's this word? The infrastructure. I was the infrastructure of the streets. the street.
You was the street.
So I did all my stuff when I was younger. So as I got older, I just became more laid back and reclusive. And instead of me lying and saying being somebody I'm not, I'm just honest. I don't like phones like that. I'd rather see you and talk to you in person. But I understand communication is important. So I do the text sometime, I talk sometime, but it might not be to the level that most people would expect it, especially in this technological age. I'm just not like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as relationships, I'm a very laid back dude. So I ain't about to be texting you all day. I ain't chasing you. None of that shit. Go do your thing. Give me an opportunity to miss you. Enjoy yourself. I sure was bad.
Stephanie said you was bad. You was a bad boy.
I was bad. But I'm just saying, like I let what dude say, you in her face, I let her breathe. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna let you do you. You was an individual before you met me.
And so that's part of going back to people feel like they can't be themselves.
Right. I don't want
do what you always have done, but we can do stuff together as well.
We about to have church in here. I don't even go to church. Come on, talk to him. Lord.
Stephanie said, no, we got commercial time and halftime. No, you do not.
No,
commercials are funny as hell, and we want to see them. And halftime is for me to go re-up on my snacks. I don't want you in my face or my space.
Ladies,
fat goddess.
Ladies who do not watch football, take this note from a brother. If you want to be on your man, the best time to get with him on Sunday is after his team wins the game. You will get all the love and affection you want because he's happy that his team won. He saw his games. He done. You come fucking around while he watching the game. He mess with you all week. Now here you come on Sunday with that bullshit. Ain't nobody got time for that. Go upstairs.
Stephanie said amen. And Jackie said it sounds like Floyd wants to see his woman 3 days a week and text once a day or 2 at the most.
No, okay, let me clarify this again. Okay. It's the phone and the texting. It's that shit right there. In person, I don't mind. But I just have to have my time. What that like? Reclaiming my time. I have to have my time. Because see, if I have my me time, it makes me a better person to my significant other. But I have to have my time.
So that all that means is that your person that is meant for you realizes that and needs their time as well. So when y'all have y'all time apart, ain't nobody pressed, ain't nobody got no issues. Period and point blank.
Y'all gonna make me sing a Negro spiritual. I'm coming up.
Now, what I will tell you though is you may find that your communication changes a little bit when it's your person as well, because you want to talk to them and you want to shoot them a little text every once in a while. And that may increase because it's for them and you like it and you want to give that because that's that pouring into. You then give it because you want to and it just comes out of you.
But my 4 to 5
find your person.
My 4 to 5 texts a week may be my version of pouring in. I may say good morning. I may say in the course of the day, I may say good morning. Hope you have a great day. Right?
Just thinking about you.
Hope you had a great day at work. That's my pouring in.
Did you eat?
How are you? Well, I ain't gonna ask you, did you eat?
You ain't gonna ask me, did you eat?
No, it depends on how close in proximity you are to me. I'm here with 4 general.
How long? And one woman who said they need to get the hell on while they watching the game. Yes, we both told you
upstairs.
That's
what they're telling you. They're telling you to go upstairs.
Shambria said, talking to my baby in person on the phone through text, I understand me time. I have to have my time as well, Floyd.
Right on. See, y'all trying to make it see.
Jack said, okay, 4 days a week.
Y'all trying to make it seem like I was bullshit.
Stephanie said, once again, my person ain't here in Vegas. My ass off. I need to find someone like Floyd, laugh my ass off this, saying a lot. And Melinda is still downstairs. Listen, you're going to be mad at the end of the motherfucking game.
See, that's how that abuse happens.
Because guess what? The next game, he ain't going to watch it at home. He going to go somewhere and watch the game because your ass downstairs, and you can be downstairs and he going to be outside.
And Boone Sheikah going to be there serving chips and dip, knowing how to get out the way.
Huh.
And then you're going to be wondering why he don't be coming home all the time. Because Boone Sheikah know how to stick and move like Mike Tyson Punch Out. She know how to stick and move. Stick and move. Chips, I'm out. Dip, I'm out. Drinks, I'm out. You see what I'm saying?
Melinda says, you want you a flatty.
You want some.
Y'all don't know what a flatty is. That's Floyd Daddy.
If you take your ass upstairs in the people's house, you won't be able to be down here on here with all these ignorant ass comments. Take your ass upstairs. Listen, ladies.
You gotta let people breathe.
I'm not saying 4 to 5 times a week I want to see my person. I'm not saying none of that. All I'm saying is I am just who I am.
You gotta pray on that. Oh, she said that's true, Floyd. Gotta recognize a person's effort.
That's all. Because I'm not a text person. Phone. Listen. They do the FaceTime now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I've been doing the FaceTime. Like people. Most of my calls be FaceTime now, and that's kind of crazy to me sometimes because it's like
I don't like FaceTime.
I don't like it either sometimes, but I do it right. And then but then I don't like holding the phone either. So look, I got this thing, right? I got this little stand.
Uh-huh.
And so I put my phone like this. Because I don't want to hold that motherfucker. I sit down like that. I don't want to hold it, right? But no, like I was saying, I'm not saying. Listen, let me be clear. Can I use a couple of minutes to clear myself? Because I'm being flogged. I'm being attacked in the comments.
Stephanie says she doesn't either. But go ahead. Clear it up.
Listen, all I'm saying is, in relationships, when I'm in relationships, I am very some bullshit. She is on such bullshit tonight. When I'm in relationships, listen, I am not a big phone person. Like I'm just not. I really hate phones. I think phones are the most impersonal thing ever created. I really do. So I don't even like talking on the phone like that. Every now and then, like I talk, and I'm a silly guy, so I know how to engage in conversation, crack jokes. Okay, I'll do that. You shoot me a text, I'll shoot you a text back. I'll say good morning, how you doing? Are you okay? Hope the day is as beautiful as you are. I got some slick little
little gems in your pocket. You can sprinkle
on. You know what I'm saying? I do that. But the everyday constant on the phone, I don't like that. I'm better in person. I'm just better in person. You'll have a better time with me in person than you ever will on the phone, on text message. Like Stephanie, I'm not fulfilled with the phone and texting. I'm not fulfilled. I'm quoting what Stephanie said earlier about not being fulfilled.
She says she doesn't either unless it's someone she really wants to see.
Right. Here we go.
Fat Goddess said, use your imagination while you FaceTime. And Alicia said, she's not a FaceTime person either. Well, I ain't no FaceTime person because I don't always be put together for you to be looking at me in my face.
You might catch me with that bathrobe doing it for Silence of the Lambs. Like you telling you, I'll be doing it like, ooh, ooh. Like I'll be on there. So I can't be FaceTiming all the time because I'll be doing silly shit like that.
She said, you can see me rolling my eyes at Floyd.
Why? Why? I just want y'all to know I've been knowing Stephanie since I was a kid. So this good people.
Yeah.
Why right now? What I do? I'm just keeping it real. I am better in person.
Oh. She said laughing her ass off.
I wish it was people who knew me, like people who have hung out with me recently. If they was watching, could y'all please chime in and let people know that I'm a very cool person in person. Like I'm very groovy. Don't get it caught up like I'm I don't want to see you 2 times a week, but no, I'm not that person. It's not like that. It's not like that.
She says it's
Elementary school, yeah.
It's a long time.
Long time. Most of my friends, though,
she done seen you go through a lot of stages.
Yeah, most of my friends, I know she has seen me go through. she knows some things about me y'all don't know, bro. That's all I'm saying. And did Melinda finally go upstairs? It got quiet in the chat.
Not groovy.
Yeah, I'm groovy as hell. I'm one of the grooviest brothers you'll ever meet. For real, I'm groovy as hell. I'm for real.
You have matured, but you're really cool.
The maturation.
Ooh. She said, "Hell no, she ain't went upstairs yet."
The maturation of Floyd.
That's all right. Next week he gonna be. I'm going to my buddy house to watch the game. He gonna be down at Big Booty Wings and things.
That's right.
Watching the game, watch some big booties, wings and some things. Cause they ain't saying that to him. They just walking past, bringing a little drink and a little food, and he getting a little look.
Boone Sheikah and Teresa Thickums, they gonna be there serving dips.
Stephanie said, "Let my ass off. I do, and your secrets are safe with me." Jabril said, "Floyd, you actually hang out? I thought you was a homebody." You got to catch him on a good day, but he will hang out. But you got to. I will. Yeah.
Listen. I just like. I'm a 46-year-old man living alone. It's me and my cat. Okay, and I enjoy being home. I make sure my home is comfortable. So I just enjoy being at home. Then you got the monkeypox, the 2-packs, the 6-packs, the 4-packs. So, and then I'm in Georgia. So for me, it's not like I'm from Chicago. So Chicago is a different vibe for me. Like I miss being home. Georgia is a lot different from Chicago. So the things that we do in Chicago, in my opinion, you can't do in Georgia like that. That's just my opinion. So it'd be certain stuff. I come out and do stuff, you know what I'm saying, if it's worth doing. But a lot of times I just be at the crib.
And then plus where you stay in Georgia, you can.
Right, and I live in a town in Georgia. I stay in Cartersville, Georgia, y'all. Like if you know about Cartersville, Georgia, this is an hour from Atlanta. Ain't nothing but rednecks and country black folk. You understand what I'm saying? And they be all of them look like Roseanne Barr. And they be like this.
Yeah, that's why she would be able to be there during the commercials at halftime, booty shorts and a tank top.
Y'all have to understand, men want to watch the game. Put the booty shorts on when the team wins.
Yeah.
Shot time. But yeah, that's all.
Or you can comfort him after they lose, but you gotta wait till after the game.
Can comfort the man in the booty shorts and the stuff. Yeah, you can do
be
that.
Like your team lost, boo. You can rub on my booty and feel
right. There, you know, you hit him with the Martin Lawrence, just chilling.
Woo, woo, woo. It's all right.
You know,
right here.
Right. You start here, but you be there, you're like, you know. What team lost? They retired.
You said haven't been turned down, so I know what I'm doing. Oh, that's all right. It must have been a quick halftime or a little few commercials, but okay, girl, you do what you do.
Let me tell you something. That nigga ain't no real football fan. Because if I'm watching the Bears and a woman I'm dealing with come downstairs and booty shorts on and the game getting deep, you better find somewhere to be. But it better not be with me. Now you come holler at me after the game. Now I'm gonna look at you. I'm gonna be like, hey girl, I see you after the game though.
I'm gonna catch you after the game, babe.
After the game though.
Keep them on right there.
Now, if you want to come during halftime, you want to like a little 5 minutes.
Halftime, you got a little show, little whatever go on. They talk about the teams and the highlights or whatever.
Because ain't nothing we can do in 30 minutes. I can't do nothing with you in halftime 30 minutes. I'm not gonna disrespect myself or you to try to do nothing with you in 30 minutes. Ain't nothing I do is shorter than 30 minutes. Ain't no way. So I ain't nothing we can do at halftime. So you might as well wait till after the game.
Fat Goddess said, come all the way through, Stephanie. Big facts. Shambril said, after that damn game, I'm going to be snoring.
God bless you.
Ooh. And Stephanie said, I'm in Vegas. Remember, LOL, I wouldn't dare do that back home. Alicia said, laugh her ass off and stop it.
Lord have mercy. Y'all have painted me to be just this horrible guy, and I'm not even like that. I'm just a laid back dude. I'm just really a laid back dude.
It's not that they made you to be horrible. They just said because you say how much of a recluse you are.
But if you with me in person, you a winner. If you with me in person, trust me, you wouldn't even want to talk to me on the phone. Because I be in my house, I be meal prepping. You know what I'm saying? I be chill. I do my meal prep for the week. I be watching my little movie, have my music going. I be chilling. Gotta be outside all the time with them folk, everybody coughing and shit. Nobody want to wear no mask. And people down here, these white folk down here, these one in Cartersville, they don't cough like, They be like,
It be that deep. It be that deep sound like they have a smoker,
all the way down in the head.
Cough that come up and
I be like, man, hey, Ray, the fuck. So I just be in the house, man. I ain't got time for that shit. I be in the house. I got time for that shit. But when I go home, I be outside like all over the place. I be all outside back home. So I know where I'm going.
Well, Floyd is a homebody without being a homebody, just so y'all know.
I'm an introverted.
So in other words, coming to visit will be boring.
You know what? Y'all believe what you want. Believe what you want. I'm not going to defend myself. Believe what you want.
Solo Floyd, right, Stephanie?
Hey, believe what you want.
They on your ass tonight, boy.
Believe what you want. I believe what you want. I'm just saying, believe what you want. I wish there were people who actually hung out with me would defend me on this thing, because I'm a very cool, fun individual. So y'all believe what y'all want. I said I come outside when it's worth it.
Fat guy that said, I'm with you when you right, Stephanie.
You with anybody who go against me. Take your ass upstairs in the people's house.
She said she'll catch up with you when you.
That's right. Look, hey, Stephanie. God damn it, we missed the Silver Room party. We missed the Chosen Few picnic. I'm mad at the motherfucker. I bet you 2023, I'll be in Chicago. I'll be the type of myself. I'll be working out now. I'm going to come to take my shirt off.
Oh, give it to him. Oh, give it to him. Oh,
wait till next year. I'm going to be at everything. But I'm coming home this year. I'm coming home. So Isaac, you home, we kick it.
Oh.
See, here she goes. She's still in these comments on some bullshit. I swear to God, it's some bullshit, man. She really trying to go in on the comments. She be on the show. She'll be talking all this shit.
Yeah, she downstairs in your face, Flatty.
You downstairs in them people face, they're going to kick your ass up out of there. Some of them brothers that was sitting behind you was looking real screw face, goddammit. You was sitting there around and they was looking at you like.
She said, I know. She'll be there next month for the reunion.
For the CVS? Yeah, I am.
Said Floyd is on a self-love kick, meal prepping, playing music, etc.
Talk to him, Jack. Yeah, look here. I just be trying to take care of myself. I got my little smell good candles. Take me a hot bag. Give me something to eat.
That old butterscotch.
Man, that candle fire. That was a birthday gift. That candle fire. I'm Rick James. Fire. It is fire. Do you hear me? Man, that candle is fire. But yeah, I just be chilling. I got a big backyard.
She said, yeah,
I'll be home.
What you said? CVS?
CVS, yeah. Okay. I'm trying to come home next month, September. I'm trying to come home next month. I miss home so bad. God, I miss home. It's painful. But yeah, I'm not the person that these people in the comments are trying to portray me as. Yeah. I'm a very cool guy.
They was on your ass tonight.
Very cool guy. And that shit, who was that Melinda talking about? What she say on the FaceTime? Be what, imaginative?
Yeah.
Don't do no damn phone sex, no goof ass shit like that. I am more fun in person. In every aspect. You understand? I'm not phone sex text or nothing. Now, if somebody send me something naked, I ain't gonna stop. But I'm just saying, I ain't with all that other shit. I don't be doing all the phone on the phone. Somebody, I don't be doing all that shit. I ain't with all that. Be rub yourself for me, and I ain't got time.
She said, call her.
Okay. Is the reunion in September or is it this month?
She gonna let us know.
Yeah. But anyway, I digress. Cause y'all really getting on me tonight. And I'm just chilling. This was about relationships and independent women and submission.
They was on your top. She's just shaking my head.
That's all right. Hey, they ain't gonna be paying me no attention no more in a few more weeks because I'm letting all this grow on out. Oh, well, then I'll be down there then. I'm taking these pills called biotin. And so it make like your hair. I'm letting all this grow, out. Yeah, I'm about to let it grow. I'm trying to have my hair right here for when I turn 50.
This is Labor Day weekend.
Yeah. It might be.
I like the fact you're not that phone sex guy.
I ain't gotta be on the phone talking about. I guess time for that shit. That's some of the goofiest shit in the world. Touch yourself, daddy. Like that's crazy.
I don't see what people get out of it.
I don't either. Not a
phone. But again, whatever you like is what you like.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
She said, "Woo, I had to block many of them."
I don't do the phone thing. Everything better in person. I thought some of my people was going here to really defend me, man. Ain't nobody trying to defend me on here. Let me send a text message because I am not being defended.
You had to send a small thing. She said she changed her number.
Hold on, help. I'm sending a message saying help.
You heard me?
What?
Stephanie said she changed her number.
Is it the one you sent me the other week? Is it the one you sent me the other week? Because I got...
Temper said absolutely better in person.
I'm a cool guy.
Woo.
So I got a text saying that it is people trying to get on here to defend me, but YouTube won't let them be great.
What they saying? Let me look and see. I ain't got no blocked messages.
I sent a text that said help.
Well, I'll tell them I don't see no blocked messages, so they might be YouTube lying.
No, they might be trying to sign in or something.
Oh. Stephanie said, yes, she changed her number because of the crazy men.
Out there in Vegas? I told you it's hot than a motherfucker out there, man. Make people go crazy. I tried to tell you.
I ain't changing my phone number. I'm just either going to cuss you out or block you. I ain't got time for that.
Hey, even out there.
I gotta say, Flatty, they have your back. Yeah.
This nigga still ain't went upstairs. Them people house down here bullshit. Hey, I seen Eva came to Vegas. I text you about that later, Stephanie. My fault. That's one of our peoples.
Oh, well. Oh, she said, well, it was fun. Too bad for them. We're great solo flow.
Y'all cold blooded.
Stephanie said she got your back.
Right on. Because I'm telling you, I'm not like that. I am a reclusive person though. Yeah, I seen it online. I seen it came down there. I was surprised. But I'll text you about it. But yeah, I'm just a cool guy. I'm reclusive. I come out. We done went out before, but we tried to go to the karaoke, but it was all the
We did. That's why I said you come out occasionally when you do.
Go get something to eat.
Yeah, but where you stay is hard to do.
I live far from everybody. Like I'm an hour from Atlanta, right? I'm like 45 minutes from Marietta, like wherever all my family, everybody at, like I'm far away. You know what I'm saying? So what you want me to do?
She said, okay, on the text her later.
What you want me to do? I'm in Cartersville.
You got to come, you got to put the drive and come on down because that Cartersville life ain't it.
These people be driving like they crazy. Y'all think they talking about us in Chicago driving? These folks drive crazy motherfucker. Crazy motherfucker. Yeah, K's. See if they still on some bullshit in the chat.
She said, I said occasionally. Well, part of that comes from I don't want to pack a lunch to go to Cartersville to hang out and then need to take a nap before I have to travel back to Atlanta. That's not in the cards.
Hey, I'm just ain't
nothing like. Because when you came, we had to order food and we like it was a whole ordeal.
That was a trek.
A whole ordeal.
It took me hours of change to get there.
I know.
Man, I can't help where I live. That's where I live.
A whole mess. All right, well, are all hearts and minds clear?
Are all hearts and minds clear in the chat? Good God.
Because they got that ass.
They still snapping.
Oh. She said Cartersville is only an hour away, isn't it? That's a long way.
This is Atlanta.
If you ever driven that hour feel like 4. I thought I was going to Tennessee.
Yeah, it take a long ass time. No.
She putting Atlanta on her bucket list. What, to come through and visit?
You gonna put Atlanta on your bucket list, you gonna kick the motherfucking bucket because they done fucked the pussy pool up.
Shimber said, we got you, Floyd, Daddy.
This girl.
Well, for real, that drive, and it's like the exits seem like they 15 miles apart.
Right,
like,
it be mad traffic.
Whew. It's rough.
It's not mad traffic for real. It's tough, man. So that's what I'm telling y'all. Like, you know.
She said they are coming suited and booted, flat. Stephanie said she's just gonna come visit. Yeah, that's all.
No.
Just a breeze and a breeze through visit at that.
Just visit.
Breeze through.
If you come visit, I'll hook you up with some of my famous kale with the smoked turkeys.
Oh, you'll get that meal prep. Come on,
man, I'll be cooking my ass off. I just because I don't want to, you know.
Yeah, it's cost efficient and it's healthier.
Trying to chill.
All right, well, we're gonna bring this on back in. Take it off of Floyd Daddy, Flatty, whatever y'all want to call it.
Thank you.
She said a weekend, and Chambril is leaving us. Good night, peeps. We're about to close it out as well. Stephanie said sounds good. So y'all bringing it back just because you have a man in the house doesn't mean you have a man at home. He has to be present all the way with his presence and not just physically.
Right. Shantae said she had a man. You see what happened to
her? Know your partner's signals and allow them to emotionally pour into you and you into them as well. All right. Well, that concludes our show for the evening. Thank you. Look, she's talking about, yes, Stephanie. Thank you all for joining us as we do our best to give you the content that you deserve. Feel free to keep the conversation going below. We do comment and we read and respond. Erica said, good show. They got you, Floyd.
They was on some bullshit. They was on some bullshit, Erica. Some bullshit. They was on some bullshit.
Again, thanks for watching. If you have not, make sure to thumbs up this video, share, like, tell a friend and tell a friend. And we will see you next week here on GoddeSShips. The Fat Goddess will actually be in our presence, hopefully, and not in the comments. So that she'll be doing all that extra comment. Like
right, she don't do that shit when she be on the show. But when she be in the chat, she be talking a whole bunch of shit.
Oh, because every ship matters.
All ships aren't the same.
And life is lived on ships.
And take your ass upstairs.